My wife of 5 years revealed that she was unfaithful to me less than 24 hours ago. I'm a 30M, she is 26F, she cheated on me less than 24 hours ago. She claims it's the first and only time, but I don't think I can trust her. I'm a shift worker, so I was on my night shift from 6 to 6 when the infidelity took place. Yesterday night she left with our 2 daughters to take them to her parents' house. I left to work my shift around the same time. She was dressed nicely because after dropping our daughters off she was supposed to be attending a birthday party at a local restaurant. Around the time they were finishing eating I called to check in with her to see how she was doing and if they were doing anything afterwards. She told me they planned to go to a bar, then she would be headed back to her parents' house to stay the night there with my daughters. I told her okay, be careful, and I loved her. After this point I had tried texting her a few times but she never responded. I just chalked it up to that she must be busy with her friends or that she had already made it back to her parents and went to sleep. Then around 4:30 a.m. she calls me hysterically crying, saying that I needed to come home because she was spiraling and needed me to help her. She didn't explain why, just that she needs me immediately. So I leave work early and rush out to meet her at our house. I got home before her and started calling her to see where she was at, but the first couple times I called she didn't answer. But then she finally picks up and is still crying, saying things like, wants to commit suicide and she doesn't want to be on this earth anymore. Because she suffers from anxiety and depression, I immediately thought she is just in a bad place at the moment. I just start reaffirming her that she's loved and that whatever is going on we can work out if she will just get to the house so I can comfort her. She almost immediately stops me and says that I needed to stop because when she got there and told me what she needed to tell me I was going to hate her. Instantly when she said this I felt sick to my stomach. She eventually pulls up and at first doesn't want to get out of the car. But after me standing at the door to her car for a few moments she opens it. She then tells me that she had cheated on me with a guy she went home with from the bar. All the air went out of me because I would have never expected this from her. I then asked her what the guy's name was and she told me his name was Christian. A little backstory. She likes social media, so she is usually always on Snapchat, Facebook, or TikTok. There has been several instances that she has either willingly told me or that she showed me that guys were messaging her. But if they ever became flirty she always informed them that she was married or she blocked them completely. About 2 weeks ago she informed me that a guy was messaging her through private messages on Messenger. And that he was being flirtatious, so she blocked him. That same guy found her on Snapchat though and began messaging her on there. She then told him that she was married and that she was not interested, but to my knowledge never blocked him in any way. I asked what his name was and she told me it was Christian. So flashback forward to her telling me she cheated and that his name was Christian, I connected the dots that it must be the same guy. I asked her if it is the same guy and she said yes it was. She claims he saw her posts on Snapchat that she was at that said bar and went to seek her out. When he got there they proceeded to talk and she became drunk and said she was feeling vulnerable and decided to go back to his house with him, where they proceed to having relationships. She said she immediately regretted it and started crying for him to bring her back to her car so she can go home. Which then led her to telling me within a few hours after doing it. After she told me I asked why she had done it. Says that I had not been showing her enough affection lately, so she was feeling separated and lonely. So when he showed up telling her that she was beautiful she could not help herself but feel good about it. I felt heartbroken because I have devoted my entire life to my daughters and my wife. If I'm not at work I'm with them every moment I can be. Even though I do have a hard time showing affection because of the way I was raised. But I've been that way since we first met 6 years ago. She claims it was a giant mistake and that it will never happen again if I just forgive her. But she claims that I should take part of the blame too since I didn't show her enough affection. I just don't know how to feel. Did I really fail her as a husband that led her to do this, or was she already wanting to do this but now regrets it and wants to try to shift the blame? I still love her, but I don't think I could ever trust her again. I don't think I'll be able to be romantic with her without picturing them together if we do decided to try to work things out. But if we don't I'm afraid I will not get to see my daughters like I want to. Which is what I think I'm most afraid of. I just want someone's advice. I don't want to go public with it yet with our families because I know it's most likely is going to cause irreversible turmoil. She is blame shifting. She liked the fact that he was sending her comments, she probably didn't really block him, etc. He almost certainly didn't track her down to the bar from Instagram posts, she invited him or he invited her. This would have been planned in some way, or at least she knew that meeting a guy in a bar was likely to lead to relationships. So if all that is true, you need to work out whether or not you will be able to look past that with her in the future. Knowing that every time she goes out there's a chance she is meeting up with a guy who gave her compliments when you didn't. Don't make any quick decisions but think long and hard about this. Was likely to be a date with the guy. Perfect analysis, outstanding. She has planned it and she crying is part of the act to gaslight you. If you consider forgiving her, have a lawyer draft a post-nob. Have the infidelity clause included and have her sign it. This way she knows you are serious. Search and find out who lover is. See how long this ordeal has been going on. Have a restraining order issued against him. If Jesus forbid she did it again, or you had a gut feeling that she us missing around, divorce her right on the spot and take the girls with no alimony. But let her family and friends know what she did. It sure is really hard what you going through. Do not trust her. Trust is earned. Wish you luck. You share zero blame in this. The fact she is shifting some blame on you suggests to me that she could do this again. If you choose to stay, get counseling and make that a condition of reconciliation for her as well. She already suggested counseling herself. But the way I feel now, I just don't think I would be able to trust her even if we do. But I'm considering to try it. Please do not trust her. She initially acted like this was something she just fell into when it was actually premeditated with someone she was already talking to when she knows it was wrong. Threats of sussy * are so common in cheaters. Do not put you and your child through the trauma of staying and dealing with the fallout of repeated behavior. Never let a cheater blame shift. You hold no responsibility for her actions. If the guy tracked her down via Snapchat, her reaction should have been that of horror. She should have treated him like a stalker. But what did she do? She entertained him, and most likely gave enough signs for him to recognize that he had a chance of pulling her back to his place. Alcohol is no excuse. She knew his intentions. If she really wants to work it out, she needs to take ownership of her actions, and the role she played in destroying your relationship and family. Next is what she's willing to do to rebuild it. It's all on her. Mate, don't be ridiculous, her argument is dumb. Maybe you didn't show enough affection, so what a couple does when there's a problem is talk, not go have relationships with someone else. Hey honey, I feel a little sad that you don't show me attention lately, is this hard? No. Don't fall for it, it's blame shifting, Darvo etc. Manipulative tactics and it's disgusting. Sorry that happened to you. Under any circumstances you are to be blamed for anything. She's just trying to reduce her guilt by shifting the blame on you. What really happened was a guy who was creeping on her saw her messages on Snapchat as she never blocked him and went to her to shoot his shot. Chances can be she planned to meet him there as clearly they were added on each other's Snapchat, so probably communicating. Also she mentioned that she felt you were not giving her the attention, she enjoyed the attention and went with him for cheating. While cheating or after the act was done she realized that her friends can tell you that she left with a guy and called you immediately to confess. I would have given her a benefit of doubt, however, as she was confessing and blame shifting at the same time, so she probably knew what she was doing and is now only working to save her image. Make her confess to your friends and family and make her write the confession. If that guy have any then make her confess to his as well. Talk to lawyer and start individual therapy for yourself to help you get through this. Ask her to see all the messages between her and that guy. Also between her and her friends. If the messages are deleted or if there are discrepancy in messages, then there is more to the story. Take any blame for cheating and start 180 with her. She's not remorseful for what she has done to your marriage as she's not ready to take the accountability of her actions. She wants you to rug sweep the cheating, however let me tell you my friend, reconciling or not is up to you, however under any circumstances don't rug sweep the affair as it will come back to haunt you again. Don't hide her affair or she can make you the bad guy if you decide to divorce her. OP, I don't think the guy has a so, but I'm not sure. And as far as the messages, she said she already deleted everything / blocked him before she got home to me. The guy always uses the disappearing messages on Messenger. Even when I confronted him on Messenger. So I definitely think he's trying to hide it, but I don't know who from.